Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. We're going to do short-range weapons now. So, short-range weapons does require a little bit more physicality of the human body. We're going to do the Cho-Bos first. And as always, I will tell you, you are not going to do this in actual combat. So you will see me do that a lot in this video. Or this, or something in this nature, where I release the weapon. Under no circumstance whatsoever, unless someone cuts off your fucking hand, do you release your weapon. This is fun for training, because that's what's going to happen. You release your weapons. Now, if someone takes your weapon from you, you didn't have a choice, which is another reason why you shouldn't bring your weapons to a fight in the first fucking place. The only weapons you're ever going to need is your hands, your fists, your elbows, your knees, your forearms. But the most important weapon is your brain. You can talk your way into a fight. You can't always talk your way out. So Cho-Bos, for those who have taken Kempo, short sticks, or Cho-Bos, depending on what style of martial art and your teacher, what they told you they would call. Short stick sounds easier, Cho-Bos sound cooler, as you can see. So again, you're not going to do this. We're going to go over some blocks. Your X block, side left, side right, low right, high left, because it's coming up. You guys know, if you've done day one karate, you know that cross block? No. That's why you have your X block. High right, excuse me, this is your left. High left, medium left, low left. And the reason why I open it is so that in case I have to come back up to block. Alright? Now, so high left, middle attack. High right, middle attack. Low right, high attack or low attack or medium attack. So block, strike, block, strike, block, strike. Block, strike, block, strike, block, strike. I understand how that works. None of this. Now if you're about to begin a fight and you choose to do that or this because you're showing off, you're probably going to get your ass kicked. Alright? So you're going to learn how to fight with these bitches. It ain't fun. And like the movies, you don't really get your knuckles racked. But in real life, you will get your knuckles racked. And when that happens, you're going to drop your weapon. Alright? Now, let me explain that. Automatic reflex. You're going to get hit. Not like I'm hitting myself, because this is not hurting. Stinging a little bit, but it ain't hurting. But when you're fighting somebody and y'all both are doing Cho-Bos, he cracks down and he misses your stick, and he hits your knuckle, that shit's going to happen. Anybody who tells you otherwise got gorilla grip in their hands, or glue, or sticky stickum, or they are the best fucking liars, or their hands are tough as fuck. As I've said in many videos, your hands are the easiest part of your body to break by yourself. I'm not talking about you getting into a fight with somebody and them blocking and breaking your hands. I'm talking about you throwing a punch incorrectly and break your fucking hand. And when I say incorrectly, I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a good chance that you're going to hit somebody hard. Because every time you've been told to fight somebody, it's always been telling you, hit them as hard as you can. And hopefully that's going to stop them. Which it might work if they got a glass jaw and they're going to sleep. That's a boxing term. Go Google it. But if they got an iron jaw, and you see those guys chewing all those wads of gum and all that shit that's building up their intensity for their jaw, that shit's real. Take that shit for what it's worth. That shit is real. Because the stronger your jaw, the tougher your chin. The tougher your chin means you can stick in. Alright? I don't think I have a really good chin. But I got a good cheek. And I've been able to take a couple of hits to the face. So I'm going to give you the advice that you need versus the bullshit that you see on Instagram and YouTube. Alright? Because when that happens to your hand, this bitch is coming out. So if you're blocking and striking and someone clucks them knuckles, that's going to happen in the mid-swing. Don't think that it can't happen. Because anytime that you think something like that can't happen, that's exactly when that shit's going to happen. Boom, bam! I'm out. Now, I still got one, but I'm in pain. I'm shaking the shit out of this bitch. My hand's probably broken. So now I need to get together, and I need to get it together quickly. I can't worry about that stick. I got this stick. I need to bam, boom, bomb. And if I can push off, get down fast enough to get this stick back. But my hand's probably broken. Alright? Your metacarpals are the easiest thing to break on the human body. Also the top of your feet. This is why they tell you when you kick with the instep, you have to be careful. This is also why when you're in training, it's why your gloves are thicker on the top. It's also why your foot protectors are thicker on the bottom. Because those things are easy to break. Now here's my don't do for this. Block, boom. Now there's a reason why it's a don't. I've blocked it and I spun. In my spin, I could get hit. Now why did I say that? Because one, I blocked it to the inside. And well, I blocked it to the outside technically. So I blocked it and then I spun to the outside. That person's left hand is wide open. So therefore, when I blocked this and tried to do this, his left hand's got me right there. So it would look like boom, bam. Now he's blocked this, he spun, boom. As soon as he's in step in motion. So here, the second that I get right here, I'm gonna get hit. Because it's not gonna be lightning fast like in the movies. You know, it might be lightning fast, but he might be lightning fast too, because I only blocked him. I didn't block him and strike him. So the correct motion would have been block, strike, instead of block, spin. You gotta learn that shit, or you're gonna learn it the hard way. Simple as that. So block and strike, or block and strike. But if you want to do it for Kung Fu, when he swings this way, he's coming from this way, you want to get to the outside. So you push him out, boom, there's a rib. Or push him out, boom, there's a throat. It's a whole lot easier to work somebody from the outside than it is from the inside. Fuck ton of martial arts just told me to go kiss my ass. And when they're watching this, that's exactly what they're going to say. Go kiss my ass. Because you're wrong, James, you're wrong. All right, let me explain Kung Fu and Karate to y'all real quickly before I continue. In Kung Fu, the Kung Fu that I was taught versus the Karate I was taught versus the Taekwondo versus the Kempo. In Kung Fu, if I get to the outside of you, you got to work around your own body to get me. I don't have to work that hard. Boom, I'm outside. All of this is you. This is me stopping your weapon. I've gotten you to the outside. So I've got you locked out. Boom, boom. Your arm's still through because you just swung. And I just blocked it. I batted it away. I stepped out and batted it away. And then when I batted it away, I got options. Boom, I can double strike. Boom, I can single strike. I can single strike down here. I'm going to do a lot of shit with these damn Cho-Bos. There ain't going to be nothing you can do because I got to the outside of you. Versus going to the inside. Boom. If I strike, then I'm good. But I still got to worry about your left hand. Understand what I'm saying? So if we're both like this, and you swing with your right hand, because the world is predominantly right-handed. So it's more than likely, depending on how you were taught, you're probably going to swing with your left hand. But let's say, for instance, you swing with your right hand, because you're a southpaw. So you swing your right hand. I block and I strike. But if you swing with your left hand, I block and I strike. If I don't have this thing in striking position, your right hand has a stick, just like both of my hands. You think that shit's going to actually let me get through? Fuck no. Because if I'm swinging, or if you're swinging, and I block, if I block with this one, I can recover and block my other side. But look at where my arms are. You see I got to cross myself? You don't ever want to cross yourself in a fight. Unless it's absolutely fucking necessary, you do not want to cross your own arm in a fight. Now, if you're blocking, you see my X block, even my arms don't cross. But if I have to do this, and I've missed, then I'm going to block with my arms, like this. All right? But you should never ever be putting yourself in a position where you have to do that. Because if you have to do that, you fucked up. Hey, I'm sorry. You fucked up. So when you're going to block, I don't give a fuck who tells you what. I'm going to tell you the truth. Kung Fu has its advantages and its disadvantages, just like every other martial art. But Kung Fu is simple. So if you're swinging your right hand and I bat you this way, I got more options than you got. And now, unless you throw a kick after you swing, so if you swing and then throw a kick, this right here is protecting me from your weapon. I got to work now because you threw a kick. So I block this and I can lift up, which still gives me the option to strike. So, okay, dog. So you're throwing a punch. Well, you're throwing a Cho-Bos. You're swinging with your right. I step to the left and I block. Now you're also throwing a kick. So it's like, look, boom, and then boom. So here's my block. Boom. That's to block the weapon. Lift my leg so that you swing through. Boom, boom. you're going to sleep. Well, see, I'm going to be a little bit smarter than that. As soon as I block this bitch, pow! I ain't worried about your leg. But let's say I do. Let's say I block it, and then I do a double. So one's here, and one's on that leg that's coming up. So if I block it, I push you off, pow! You see the options I have? Push off, boom! Push off, boom! As one of my weapons is still shielding me from your return. And you're on this side. You're on this side. You got this head. You can go here. See where I'm at? My arm is crossing my arm. If you have to do that, it's a good chance that I can use your arm to pin your arm. Now you're screwed. Unless you're good with your knees. If you're not good with your knees, this fight is mine. Understand how that shit works. If you have to cross your arm at any time in a fight, it better be an emergency. So you're throwing this, let's say you're going right, and I decide to step in. I fucked up, but I can recover. So I step in. When I block with this one, I'm striking you with this one. Boom! Understand? So y'all see what that looks like? Block, strike. Understand? Now if I block and strike, and you fall down and you throw a kick, I got just enough space that I can get out of the fucking way. Now, if I do it correctly, I'm going to win this fight. If I do it incorrectly, I'm going to get fucked up. Understand? So for your Cho-Bos, none of this. Now, this is for training. In a real fight, none of that shit. Because when they swing that stick, boom, boom, you want to get to the outside. Now, if you're doing Kali or some other shit, they're going to teach you something else. I've never taken Kali, so I can't tell you right or wrong from Kali. But for Kempo stance, I'm going to get you to the outside. I'm going to combine my Kempo and my Kung Fu. Alright? As a martial artist, that's something you have to understand. You need to know when to switch styles. Period. You need to know when to switch styles. You need to adapt. So I'm swinging for the fences. Boom! I got out of the way. Clack! This is still pushing you that way. So I got options here, here, and here, and I still got this other stick while you're over here. You've gotten past me. I'm hitting you here. I'm hitting you here because I'm over on this side. You got to cross your arm to protect yourself. You got to work hard. I don't. Now let's say you swinging this way and I'm a little late. This one didn't protect. Boom. I still got to the outside. Crack, crack. I've just come down on your arm and I just clucked you in the fucking face. It was the only option because I was too slow. So we're here. That got past. Boom. Boom. Understand. Now I just switched from Kung Fu to karate, but it's still Kung Fu because I'm still in the outside. Understand where I'm going? This one was low. It was too slow, so I had to go with the farthest one away. This is when it became karate. This one got too slow, so I blocked. Now it's back to Kung Fu because this is the closest striking element. Bam, bam, or bam, bam. Now, like I said, you have to learn how to adapt your martial arts. You have to learn when to switch from karate to Kung Fu. After I do all these weapons, I will do a video, bonus, about the difference between karate and Kung Fu. And I'm going to get a lot of FUs on this shit. Second set of short-range weapons, practice kamas. These practice kamas are right now going to be kamas. Everything you just seen me do with the Cho-Bos, you're going to see me do the exact same shit with these goddamn kamas. The difference is that kamas have blades. Understand that. These blades are made for cutting. They're not made for anything else. So block, gash, you're dead. Block, gash, you're dead. That's what these are for. They are not for playing. You will never do this with real kamas. You will cut off your own fucking hands. You will not do this with kamas. You got to switch. Then you take one this way and one that way. Slice up, slice down. If you got to do all of this shit, and then this, you're going to die. Simple as that. So a guy comes at you high, block, you gashing him. Guy comes at you low, block, you gashing him. Understand, these are blades. They are not there to make friends with them. Kamas are very deadly, which again is why you don't do that. Not this way, not that way, because you can impale yourself and then you have no hand. So you will never do that. Now if you want to be a little asshat, you can do this. You can do that if you want, but you're probably going to lose a hand. You see I close my hand next to the blade? You don't whirl your weapons, man. That shit in the movies is fine, because it's a fucking movie. In real life, boom, 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 you strike. Block, you strike. block, you strike. Same thing with the Tofas, which we're going to turn these into Tofas now. Alright, so now these blades are no longer blades, they're the Tofa handles. So that I can hurry up with this short range video. Now, Tofas is a whole different class of fighting. It works great with karate and kung fu and kempo. It works great with them. I can't say it works well with capoeira. We can try it. But if you can adapt, you can probably work it with anything. Alright? So if you're doing capoeira, now, there you go. Do I recommend it? Nah, because capoeira is too acrobatic. Same thing with wushu. I don't recommend kamas or Tofas with wushu, but hey, if you can do it, I'm not going to stop you. But just because I recommended it doesn't mean I'm correct. It's not for me. Now for Tofas, block, block. You can do that with Cho-Bos, but it would look more like this. Now with Tofas, block, block. Now kempo, block, boom, that's a strike. Then if you want to get nasty, block, boom, and then strike again. Understand? Block, boom. So, you go, block. Now, I know. Last half of the video, don't cross your body. Tofa sometimes don't give you that option. Alright? So this is where shit contradicts itself. This is where shit clusterfucks and doesn't give you a lot of options. If you're blocking with Tofas, 9 times out of 10, you're only protecting your forearms. So if somebody's coming down, boom, boom, alright? Boom, boom. Now, we're going to do the one I don't like. Boom, boom, alright? Boom, boom. Now the reason why I say I'm more of the outside guy, outside going in versus inside going out. As you see, it just grazed my ribs. So you could do that and wind up hurting yourself and knocking yourself unconscious in the fight by knocking the wind out of you. Boo! You can't do that. So, boom, bam, boom, bam. Alright, see, that was an inside call. You'll learn what works for you when you hit yourself with this bitch enough. So, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you understand how that shit works. Boom, 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 boom. Now, from here, I gotta go inside. Alright? Because, I mean, I'm here, the weapon's already there, so it's not gonna have any effect. So inside brings it back around and gains momentum. Alright? Understand how this works. Watch carefully. Let me do it from this side so you guys can see it. Boom. Boom. See, I'm already there. So pushing in will push him back a little, but it's not going to hurt him as much as if I whap it this way. Alright? Boom. 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 You'll understand how it works. You'll understand. Boom. 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 That's how I'm the outside. Bam! Now I got a backhand and a kick. And as I kick, I can throw a punch with the Tofa. Understand how that works? Just so that you didn't see it. Guys coming, block, outside, because I just went from inside to outside. Now I'm going to follow through with a kick. Boom. 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 It's a lot of goddamn work, but 9 times out of 10, when you hit somebody with this damn Tofa, it's a done deal. You know, block, boom. Bam! That's a simple move. Really simple. Boom! Use one hand the entire time. Now, boom! Boom! Because I blocked him, so I've knocked him in the direction that I want him to go. Now I hit him again. Then I can hit him again. Tofas are very, very durable and very, very usable. So block, strike, block, strike, block, block, strike, strike, block, and strike. Understand how that works? Because this was a block. It looked like a punch, but it's still a block. And then I can bring it out, or I can bring it in. But you want your arm fully extended before you make that move. Because if your arm's not fully extended, you'll wind up hurting yourself. Especially if you have an adrenaline rush and boom, you break your own rib from the back by trying to go inside out. But if you go outside in, it works better for me. Let's put it that way. Boom, boom. Understand? Boom. See how my body has to adjust versus how my body doesn't have to adjust? Boom, boom. Understand? Boom, boom. Now that's going out, so that works. But see, if it's coming in, boom. Now I have to go from the outside in. Once you learn how to work your tonfas, you'll never forget them. You'll also know what works against you when you're using your tonfas. Boom. From here, I can do that. Doesn't feel natural, but it'll still do the damage that it's done. Boom. Boom. That feels natural to me. Versus, boom, in there. Plus, I almost just lost my grip. So you got to learn your short-range weapons and how to work those things, because if you don't, you're going to be in a world of trouble. All right? Boom, boom, outside. Boom, boom, inside. Now, let me make sure you guys are abundantly clear on this. Inside to outside means toward the body. So it's out, it's coming from the body and going out. Outside to inside means outside and coming back towards the body. So hopefully that explains everything to you about the tonfas. Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack on this shit, especially from people who are tonfa experts. There are people out there who are tonfa experts that are way better than me and can show you some shit. So, let's see. Boom, boom. Got my shit together. Butterfly. Boom. Alright. Boom. Boom. Step back. Butterfly. Boom. Okay. There are people who are going to make me look like a sissy with that. Those guys didn't have a hip replacement. And they're probably 22 years old. But I'm going to keep it to you for real. You ain't never going to get the chance to do that shit. Unless you're making a movie. If you're making a movie and you bust that butterfly kick with that tonfa, it's going to be fucking awesome. Might take some wire work. It's going to be fucking awesome. So your front kick, boom. He comes back, boom. Then you step back. Now you don't want to do from there inside to outside. But we're going to try that shit. Okay? Boom. Strike. Step back. Boom. Outside to inside. See how much more work I had to do? Think about that shit. When you go back and watch this video, think about the work that I've had to do with that. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for neglecting y'all in the waving thing. Come on. Okay. Damn, this thing didn't stop.